Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is
Don's Used Photo Equipment. Yeah, right here in front of what?
The Great Wall of Film.
The Great Wall of Film.
The capital T, Great Wall of Film, which of course keeps getting greater all the time. If you watch our last
new
video.
editions, the new editions, yes.
Oh, love new editions.
Love new editions. Now, what's a new edition to? November issue, 2022 D Magazine.
Why would we be reading D Magazine? D Magazine doesn't have anything to do with film.
Because we're high culture.
We are.
We're high culture.
We're highfalutin.
That, and there is a story in this magazine about Don's used photo equipment.
That's several
now,
pages.
What's the title of it?
Total Exposure.
Yes.
Several pages. Look at this. Look at this cute picture of Todd.
Made my mom ask, "What is this article about?"
What kind of exposure are you getting here, Todd?
No. It's about
it's questionable. It's not the Village Voice, guys.
It's not. It's this. It's not Playgirl. That's what it is. It's not Playgirl. This is about film photography in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Right.
Well, sorry, just the Dallas area.
The Dallas area, right?
Dallas
because
area.
It is the D Magazine. The D and D Magazine stands for
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, we don't. Fort Worth can take care of themselves.
You know, this is one of the few publications. It's actually a nationwide publication.
Yeah.
It's essentially Dallas-centric.
Yeah.
And which is really cool. So, and hey, you are featured here, my friend.
I am indeed. Yeah, about June, a lady by the name of Claire Collins.
Claire Collins
came in and said, "Hey, my publisher, producer, the
editor,
the person above,
the guy who assigns stories,
said, hey, go check out Don's Used Photo Equipment and see if there's a story there." And she came in, introduced herself, and I said, "Sure, I'd love to be interviewed and talk to you."
She started talking to him and realized there's more than one story.
Yeah, but there's only
lots of stories.
There's only a few she can print.
That's
because otherwise it would be D Magazine, Don's Used Photo Equipment Edition.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't make the cover.
Well, yeah. Maybe one day.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. But yes, she came in and then she set up the time, came in and talked, and we talked for a few hours. Came in before we technically opened.
Right.
And then opened up at 12 because we're open Monday through Friday, 12 to 5, Saturday 10 to 3. Thought I'd throw that in there. And while she was here...
You might as well.
Yeah. While she was here, she actually got to meet some of my customers and ask them questions. And that's included in here. So she spent the first part of the whole story going over what we are, my dad, who we are, me, the name, all of that stuff.
Right.
And basically followed up with...
She got his entire life history.
Oh, yeah, but thankfully she didn't put it in here. Boring.
Well, she did get your SMU.
SMU.
Go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs.
Pony up.
Yep, pay the money. And so she did talk. Now, the funny thing is it's 8 pages. We got pictures all throughout here.
That's a lot of great pages in
and
here.
with this picture right here, see this one?
Yeah. With all the clutter?
With all the clutter.
What did Mom say about that?
Yeah, my mom looked at it and says, "How do you walk back there?" And I said, "Mom, no, I had it clean." She came in and put that out.
Well, I'm looking right now. There's more of a path than there is in the picture.
There's a lot more of a path. So this came out November 1st. Now, I knew this was coming out, and I was excited about it. And
He's been very excited about it for weeks.
For actually months.
We've actually known about this for a while.
For a while, because it's supposed to kind of come out in September, October. And
it got pushed back. But you know what? November is a better month.
It's an awesome month. So it came out in November, but the weeks prior, I kept going to the bookstores. And they still do have bookstores,
yes,
by the way.
They do.
They do. And I kept looking for them, and they go, "No, sorry." And kept looking. And then finally I said, okay, they're just actually going to come out on Tuesday.
On November 1st.
November 1st.
Because you and I went October 30th, and we couldn't get one.
Couldn't find one. And then what happened, I told you I had to have jury duty on November 1st.
You did.
I had to wake up early to get out there.
Did you convict?
No. Did you get a chance to? They looked at us and go.
Did you even get a chance to?
No, they looked at us and said, "That's a hanging jury. Let's plead a deal."
Let's take a bargain here.
Let's do. But before I went to jury duty, I went down to Kroger and picked up a copy.
All right, excellent.
And I saw one just there alone, and somebody misplaced it, so I didn't have to go looking for it. And I grabbed it, beeped it through, paid my money, and then went down to jury duty, sat down, read through it.
Twice. He read through it twice.
Twice, probably, yeah. Mostly it did. It just, and of course, everything about me, I read through 3 times.
Well, I mean, it's a good article. It's a nice read.
It is.
It
It's
doesn't
fun.
take very long, which is always important to me. But I think it captures the essence of Don's used photo.
Yeah. So after the article was written, the fact checker called and checked the facts.
The fact checker called.
They actually had a fact checker check the calls.
Somebody has to check the facts.
Then they also sent in the photographer, who, again, I had cleaned the place up.
Do you know any photographers?
No, I don't know any of them.
Not any photographers?
Not any of them.
Not anybody you might be sitting next to a photographer?
No, don't know any of them. I don't know how I'll ever sell this film. The photographer came in and just started moving everything, looking around, running, seeing everything, looking around, and then started moving everything around, which is fine.
Then he realized he was shopping. Oh, she was shopping.
Yeah. I realized it was somebody
like,
shopping.
Oh, I need one of these. I need one of these. Oh, I was here for a reason. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Oh, they had a blast in here. It was the photographer and the person who would sit there, the designer.
Okay.
And they came in and they moved everything around, which is fine. I had no problems with it. And they took pictures of everything everywhere. And a lot of the pictures they did in black and white, which is really cool. And most of these that came out were black and white. And so then they left. I straightened everything up as I could. And then I'm sitting there going, okay, when?
When?
And then the fact checker called after that. And so then I'm sitting there going, all right, so wait. So here it is. Gave a first copy to my mom, went out and bought several more of these things. And here we are.
You gave your mom a used copy?
Yes. The one I read already. The words had already been read.
It's been reread?
It's been reread. And so otherwise, I don't think she read it. I think she just looked at the pictures.
Looked at the pictures and said, that's nice.
Yeah,
well, she said it's awfully messy there.
It is messy. Do you think about cleaning it up?
No, not at all.
So this was fun. And then the article starts off with talks about my dad and I. Then it goes through kind of how we got into the store mode.
Right.
Went from the store into just basically analog world. How is it doing and what's going on with it? And that's because that's the thrust of the story is analog.
Which sounds an awful lot like our first video.
Yeah, kind of does.
So if you ever want to watch that one, I'm going to put that above his head.
Absolutely. We were kind of old and boring and stiff in that one, but
well, that's okay.
It's okay.
We still had fun.
We still did have fun, and you can do a before and after how we look now and how we act now.
We're so camera ready now.
You're not even there. The camera's not even there.
No, it's not. We're imagining people back there.
They then, to show a little bit wider variety and broaden things out, added a story in there about Extraordinary.
Very nice.
Very nice story about
Daniel and Sarah.
Yes. And about just what they do. And of course, they are involved with film, still photography, movie film, talks about them for a while. Then it drags Michael Bain out of retirement.
Just when he thinks he's done.
Gone, I'm out of the business. She calls him and talks to Michael Bain, the Ilford rep. He's the one and sole only rep of Ilford.
Right.
There used to be 100 of them out there. And then they kind of went, bop, and whenever he came up, they just said, okay, one. He can do all the work.
He's that good.
He's that good. He's that good. And then he said, yeah, the stress, the strain, I'm out of here. Bye. He retired. But he worked with the company coming back, and he put in his view of it, said some nice things about the store. And it was fun. This is a neat article.
I like the Michael Bain quote in here. And of course, if you see a hipster, give them a hug. And that's because if it wasn't for hipsters, film photography could be gone.
History.
I mean that vinyl records and film photography. You really have to thank those people who've embraced it, who are clinging onto it with tooth and nail and won't let it go.
I will thank them. I'm just not going to give them a hug.
Well, they might smell.
They might smell. But it
might be a little too close.
Just invaded personal space there.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. But yes, we're very, very thankful and grateful for those.
Yeah.
All those that brought it back from the brink. Mm-hmm. And now we say film is not dead. It just smells funny. So it's not dead. It's back. And the articles are showing it, and they're recognizing the reemergence of the analog world.
Right.
And we do appreciate this. And D Magazine, thank you for coming out and covering this.
Absolutely. So I mean, I see Todd, I see Dad, I see cameras.
Yep.
One of the things I don't see in here anywhere is me.
Oh, I think.
What I mean, what am I on the cutting room floor? What's the deal?
You're on the editor's floor.
What's the deal, Todd?
Yes, I'm sorry. Well, you know what?
Claire? I don't understand. No, actually, I do understand. The article was really about Donzu's photo equipment and Todd and Dad and Analog World. It really wasn't about me. Yep. However, I did talk to Claire.
You did. You
had a lovely conversation with her, and I was discussing Holga Week with her.
Yeah,
and things
Holga
like
Week
that.
and things.
Not enough room.
Because again, Holga Week film, boom, we're happy.
I know.
Which, speaking of Holga Week.
Well, we're going to speak about Holga Week, but let's.
This is what else do we have? Is there anything else? The people, this is 8 pages, so buy it.
It's 8 pages. It's 8 great pages. But the one thing they didn't mention before we get to the Holga Week is they didn't mention the YouTube, which I really kind of wish they did. There was, and I had one more point as well. Claire mentions that she took pictures.
Yes, and she talks about her experience.
She was very giddy about that.
Oh,
she was super
thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm a little bit disappointed I didn't get to see any of her shots.
Me neither.
I really wanted to see one of Claire's snapshots. So
yeah.
So those are my 2 cents. That 1, I'm not in it, and 2, I wanted to see Claire's photos.
I do too. Maybe.
Yes.
There'll be a director's cut of this story.
Claire, if you could, please do hashtag us on Instagram so we can see some of your photos.
Yeah. The photographer, but also all the things that were cut out.
Yeah.
Can we see those? I would love to see those. I'd like to see what was cut out.
I don't think we're going to get the original article.
No, we're not. But I would love to see the director's cut of this thing and just see what all was left out, because a lot is covered, and she did talked to several customers that were in.
Right.
And I got their experience of it. Well, why are you here? I think there were several. She gives the ages of them.
Right.
And what got you into photography or film and this and that. So she kind of covers a big, huge swath of information in these 8 pages. And also while she covers those topics, she talks about her own enjoyment of shooting film and the excitement of waiting to get it. She loved getting it on the computer scans before she saw it.
That is cool.
And she loved it, and she showed the kids.
But also then there's this story about the analog baby versus the digital baby.
Oh, yes. So there's
I am an analog baby.
Me too. And so a lot of fun stuff in here. Check one out, buy it, read it. Let us know what you think about it.
Yeah, definitely so. Please do leave a comment down below. Thank Claire for writing the article. Thank D Magazine, any number of things. We are going to try and put the link in the description if we can find it for you guys.
Yeah, if we can, it can. There may be one of those things to where it might be a delay in between when the magazine comes out and the link comes out. But in the meantime, it's $6-7. Go buy a copy.
Yeah, great. Yeah, get a copy.
Yeah, buy one.
Right.
And we'll sign it.
He'll sign it.
I'll sign it. Well, my dad made 2.
That's true.
He'll put his X right there on it. He will. He's great. And he'll just go, what? No, I'm not selling my house. No, Dad, you're famous. I'll autograph it. She talks about him in here too.
She certainly does.
And she says I'm an only child, which explains a lot.
It always does.
So, Holga Week. So
Week.
They cut the Holga Week part out, which is fine.
And I'm okay with that because it wasn't an article about Holga Week. It was an article about the store.
But the store is the International Intergalactic World headquarters for Holga Week, which is the important part.
That is the important
Dallas
part. Do you think they could have mentioned
host of Holga Week.
Worldwide, right?
Worldwide. People all over the world know about Dallas now because of this competition.
So by the time this video comes out, it's going to come out on a Friday. The deadline for submitting for Holga Week will have ended.
Yep.
And as a matter of fact, we should be into the voting section of Holga Week by then.
By the time this comes out.
It's going to close on November 8th. Of course, we're recording this a little bit in advance. It's going to close on November 8th. I need about a day or so to get things in order, and then I turn it over to the judges. So
Tuesday.
It's going to be Tuesday.
Yep.
But that's Tuesday in the past for this video.
I know, that's past Tuesday. It was just kind of...
So, by the time this video comes out, you guys should be, if you submitted photos, you should be able to go back in to the Holga Week form, and you should vote for the Holga Select.
Now, this is the fun part.
One of the most confusing things about there are 2 very confusing things about Holga Week. One is the selfie with the Holga.
I think, and
the other one is the Holga Select, because I've already had 5 photographers say, how do I submit? How do I get mine in the Holga Select category? It's like
just enter.
Enter. You
automatically
pick one of the other categories. You're automatically. I'm gonna have to put a disclaimer on the form.
Well, also, whenever you say you take a selfie, it's like they may think you take a picture of yourself with your Holga camera. It's
I
like,
know.
no,
and I don't know how else to explain it to them.
Just take a picture of you and your camera together.
I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to add a picture to the instructions so they can see what we're looking
Photographers are visual people. We have to see things. And so show them how it's done and just like a picture of you and your
One
Holga.
photographer actually sent a caricature of himself.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, well, it's really nice, but it's not a photo with you and your Holga. So I said it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
You need to give me the real one.
Yep,
and he
yep,
did.
yep.
He did. There's no
Did
problem.
it look like his caricature?
Yeah, he actually does. It was a really nice. It was a nice picture.
Yeah. Since you don't show anybody, you can't show anybody.
No,
so,
I don't show them to anybody.
These photos are not shown to other people. So unless you say so,
they're
or
not
some
profile pictures.
No.
But if I do find one that's really great, I ask permission and I show it as an example. And I've had a few photographers do that.
Yeah. Because I have seen a few, but you have asked permission.
But we are technically as of this video, in phase 3 of Holga Week.
Phase 3.
And that is going to be the judging and the voting.
Yes, this is all out of your hands now. You've done your part. You sit back, you wait. So there's 4 people or 4 entities that are looking. They're doing their job at this point. They're looking everything over.
We have 4 jurors for the Holga Nature, the Holga Street, the Holga Portrait, and the Holga Pinhole.
Yes, 4 groups, and they're looking over their respective categories saying, yes, no, yes, no, yes. And then they pick them down, cull them down.
They're going to whittle them down.
There's the one. And then during this time, too, Old School Photo Lab is doing their...
They're going to pick theirs. Legacy is going to pick theirs.
So this is the picking time.
Yeah.
So then November 22nd.
November 22nd.
The date that we're all anxiously waiting
before
for.
November 22nd. I turn it all over to last year's champion, who has submitted photos. I've seen him. He's still alive. So last year's champion submitted photos, and he's going to be disqualified, but I always allow them to put photos in.
Yeah.
Because the 2019 champion, Jörn Budelman, he submitted photos. So it's great when previous champions...
but he's qualified.
He's qualified again,
He's qualified again. You have to skip a year because you are the grand champion.
Right. I mean, you can't vote for yourself.
No, you can't vote for yourself, and you have to skip a year.
Right.
So he'll be looking over everyone else's.
Right.
And then we'll have
Johnson Hui, I believe is his name, and he is in Hong Kong. So he will be determining the 2022 Holga Week champion for this year.
Yes, November 22nd.
And that will be announced live November 22nd in Dealey Plaza. If you care to join me, come on out there. I'll be out there at 12:30, rain or shine.
Yep. And then we will release.
And 30 minutes later on YouTube, there will be a video.
There will be a video.
So this is actually an extra video if you think about it, because
it is.
We decided, because of D Magazine, we decided to slide one in here because there's going to be a little bit of a gap between this one and the Holga Week presentation. So the next video is the Holga Week Awards presentation.
After this one, yes.
It is.
After this one.
Our biggest video of the year.
Oh, yes.
It's huge.
It is. The viewership and the right out of the box, I think, isn't like one of our fastest videos to hours watched. It's top 2.
It's the All About Holga Week. It hit 100 hours in just a few weeks.
But the one before... The one that 40 in one day, in a 24-hour period. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Which one? It's like there's 1 and 2, but both of them are connected to Holga Week, aren't they?
Well, the
most watched in one
24-hour in one day was last year's Holga Week Awards presentation.
Yeah. And one 24-hour.
But in this year, the most video watched in one day was the Cinestill 400D.
But I thought the All About Holga Week passed that one.
Well, no, we're talking about the 1 day record.
Oh, the 1 day record. Cinestill D.
The Cinestill D, so 1 day record.
And speaking of Cinestill, over half of that shot. 300 rolls. I'm below 150.
The shelf is getting bare already.
It is. And I'm sitting there waiting, and it's like, okay, called up. How long is it going to be? 35 is out again. We got excited about the log jam breaking out, and then it looks like the beavers got to work and jammed it back up.
And everybody came in here, got really excited, and
bought it all out. And then the beavers closed the dam up again. So Kodak, we're going to have a video on just Kodak.
Way too much fun, guys.
Yeah. Yep.
So once again, Holga Week, D Magazine,
Yes.
Having a great time.
Watch our videos.
Please
like,
do
subscribe.
Share, like, subscribe.
Yeah. Tell your friends. Tell it on the rooftop.
Tell
stand
two
up there and
friends.
shout it.
Tell Mama Holga
Yep,
she
yep.
needs to watch this video.
Well, how many people know your mom?
It doesn't matter. I hope they find and tell her.
Oh, she's
my
probably
brothers.
gonna be able, yeah. Find your brothers. Leave your mom alone.
No, she can't.
Don't stalk the moms.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all
Thanks.
later.
Yeah. Take care. Oh man, I'm an
How
old
many
man.
people know Mama Holga?
Well, I mean, watch our
Everybody
videos.
knows Mama Holga.
Watch our videos.
Mama Holga, Mini Holga,
Oh,
Mrs. Holga.
daughter 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, first, second, and third place.